Hello and welcome back to Scatterbrook Farm Garden Designs. Hope you're all well, all looking after yourselves and having fun with your farms or decorating. Um, I spoke to Phoebe today and she messaged me and she said perhaps I could do something, a design on machines for people that are, there's for people that are bulk making and stacking and things like that, that are using their machines a lot of times. And I've said in a few of my other videos that machines and the animal pens are a little bit of a nuisance, really. You either like them or you don't. I've seen lots of farms where they're quite similar to how I've got it there. They're in a bay, but more machines than that. I mean, I haven't got all the machines. I still have about 3 or 4 missing. But but what I've done is I've got a bay, and I don't want to go outside that bay area. So what machines go in there is what goes in. I don't want to have every machine and extend that bay because it really does look too much. If you start sort of adding an extra, internet's gone again. It keeps doing that. Okay. Yeah, if I extended that and added another 5 or 10 machines, it would start to look too much, take up way too much room on the farm. So if you're bulk making and stacking, you really want your machines in view that you can see, and you can get access to them quite quickly, and you can see exactly what's been making. If you're like myself, you want your farm for 80% of the time for show, because even though I work on my farm, as you can see, I've made some, what you call it there, and I made some gold bars there. My farm is still active, but even though it's active, it's all kept the same for people that want to view it. Obviously, for my videos and that lot, if they want to go on there and they can get ideas from the farm, so it all stays. I don't harvest stuff that's and make it bigger than the rest, and that it all stays the same. Um, but a good tip that I would say, rather than saying to you, "Oh, I'm going to do one big feature for all of the machines," it's quite difficult because you either put flowers in between, or a path in between, or a wall in between. It's almost the same with everything. So what I would suggest is to make a bay, if you want to, and put a certain amount of machines in, and then no more than about 5 or 6 other machines dot around your farm. So on mine, like the honey maker is by the honey tree. Okay. I've got this little area here. Now there's 3 machines there in one. I've got the flower shop, the coffee shop, and the barbecue. And I've put them into like a little cottage garden there, where you can walk down the path, get some flowers, or get a cup of coffee, or go to the barbecue and sit down at the table. So there's 3 machines there that don't really take up a lot of room, and they're not overpowering. They fit well into there, and there's 3 machines there. By the barn, there's another one. By the mixers, now where you can see the lettuces growing behind, I can usually put wheat in there. So if I've got to make bread rolls, I just harvest the wheat behind and go straight to the bakery, use that wheat, make the bread rolls, and I know exactly where to go for me bread rolls. The hat maker, quite big. Now in amongst that lot, the hat maker starts to make it look messy. They're all formal there, they all look nice, they're all sort of fit in nice. But when you put something like that into the middle of all of this, it starts to look out of shape. It starts to lose its sort of shape a little bit. So I make it into its own feature there. And as it's in that feature, it looks really nice. So there's another machine, you know, that's on its own. But if you said to me now, you know, where is certain machines on your farm, I can tell you exactly where every machine is on the farm. But if you were to get all your machines and dot one here and one there and one there and one over here and all over your farm, that isn't really going to be any good for if you're stacking or using your machines a lot, because you've got to keep remembering where all the machines are. By doing it the way that I've done it, I know where every machine is there, and I also know the single machines where they are. Also, a good tip is to keep your machines in groups. So as you can see there along the back, all the sweet stuff, so the juice maker, the smoothie maker, the jam maker, the ice cream, the sugar and the toffee maker, all those are your sweet, all in one row. Then you've got the sandwich bar, the hot dog maker, the sauce maker, all those are in a group on their own down the bottom. And then up here you've got the soup maker, the pasta kitchen, all that sort of cooking stuff, all in another area. And obviously your cakes and all that along the front. So I've got them in areas so that if I need to make something, I know exactly where to go. I can go straight to exactly where I want to go. And after a while, by doing it this way, you'll know exactly where every single machine is on your, wherever you put it. You'll know it exactly because you will log it in. I mean, I don't know how many machines I got left to collect now. 1, 2, 3 machines to go. So there's 3 machines there, I can add within the farm. I don't want to extend that bay area, so I'll move something from the bay area smaller into the farm and then replace with these 3. But yeah, but again, without even looking at my farm, if I was to just randomly, I don't know, select, if I randomly selected a machine, let's go for, I don't know, wok kitchen. Okay, there's the wok kitchen there. Now, somebody said to me, now, whereabouts on your farm is the wok kitchen? Don't just say, oh, it's in the Bay Area. Whereabouts in the Bay Area? So I would say, well, I'm looking at the middle line, 3 from the left. Okay? Because I know where I've placed everything, and I use it, and I know where it is. So middle line, 3 from the left. So I click off that. We go over to the machines. Look at the middle line. 3 from the left. Look, and there it is. Here we go again. It keeps doing that. I don't know. I don't know why it does it. It just keeps cutting out and resetting. Yeah. So again, hat maker. Yeah, down there. If I want to get the flower shop. Yeah, it's back up there. So I know exactly where every machine is, and that helps you in the game. So as regards designing, I've done a couple of videos. I've done one with a sushi maker in an oriental garden. You can make designs for each machine, or a couple of machines, but what happens is when you start making designs for each one, you're going to run out of room, literally. It's going to take up too much room. You're going to use all your farm. So I think if you've got sort of 75% of your machines in a small bay area like that, you'll get to know where every machine is. So that's perfect if you're stacking. And then the other 25% is just dotted around the farm. Not too many, or you'll forget where things are. So it blends into the farm really, really nice. So, I mean, I've noticed on some farms where people have got rows of trees and they put all the machines behind the trees and you can't even see the machines. So if they've got to make any produce, they'll, you know, they got to tap on all the trees to, oh, where did I put it? Is it behind there or there? Or I don't know why they do that, but perhaps they don't like the machines. They've done it with animal pens as well. I mean, my animal pens are down the bottom here. That's another, in my eyes, that's another eyesore. You know, those animal pens. That's why I just stick them there out the way. But yeah, I've done a few designs with the machines and that, but certainly incorporate them into parts of your farm. I mean, I done one on that. I done a bee design the other day on the video. This was the bee design I done, and this afternoon I just added the candle maker. Now look how nice that looks. You've got the bee, you know, the bees and that, and the honey maker. Well, obviously, if you put the candle maker next to the bees, obviously as soon as you've got the candle wax, you go straight next door and make your candle. So straight away you know now where your candle maker is, so you don't even have to think about it. So you go to something, oh, I need to make a candle. All right, I go straight there, straight to me, and it's there. So you know where that is. So there's another machine there that's out the way. And then you can just make a little bay like that. You know, that's just a few machines that I've got. There's the big machines at the back. There's the sweets along the middle. You've got the cotton machines there. A wall, I couldn't finish the flowers up there because I didn't have enough flowers to crate. Yeah, so as regards machines and that, there's not really a great deal you can do with them unless you incorporate them into your garden. Like I say, you know, majority of people might have some water. I mean, I've seen machines where they've got paths around, water all around. They've used every machine and it's taken up half the farm, you know. But that's down to the individual, how they want their machines. But you know, you've got the purple flowers there around the back and the purple on the machine there. It just contrasts well, you know, it all goes in together. I know when Phoebe watches this, she'll say, "Oh, I'm doing that with, you know, I'm gonna put the candle maker there. I'm gonna do that." And probably Jono, he's got the same design. You probably look at that and say, "Yeah, I'm doing the same." But it's just incorporating things the way that you want them. If you're stacking all the time, you want all your machines in view, and just knowing where all your machines are. For those of you who are on my friends bar, any of you that go onto my farm, you probably look at my machines and think, none of them are moving. He's not using any of his machines. My farm is being used quite a lot. As you can see, I make the bars and that, and my animals are fed. All this is all stocked up. You see, all the ponds are everything. All those are stocked up, ready. Those are stocked up. Oh, I don't want to go to there. All those are stocked up already. So I'm spending a lot of time getting all my stock. As you can see there, there's a bed of 45 there, 45 plots. So when I go into my silo, as you can see, I've stocked up to 45 of every single fruit and veg. 45. So I haven't got to go looking and thinking, oh God, my boat's arrived. I haven't got this, I haven't got that. I've got every item. Same with the barn. You know, when a boat comes along and I do that, I restock back up. I did have 16 of every item. But obviously, because I want to upgrade, I'm trying to get to 3,000. By having 16 of every item, I've got no room then to get all my upgrading materials. So I've downgraded to 12 items 12 of every item. So as you can see, there's 12, 12, 12, 12, 12 of absolutely everything that I can get to my level. All the way. 12, 12, 12. So if I use 8 or 9 of one item, I've always got Tom there on standby. Or I use my machines to restock. So I make sure that my game, as soon as I finish the derby, the first thing that I do is get my machines up and running and stock back up with all my stock. So it's just personal preference how you want your machines. You know, you can, like the ice cream maker, you can incorporate that into a lovely feature somewhere. But for the amount of room that those machines take up, I mean, on Greg's farm, they're dotted everywhere, all over the farm. And to me, I couldn't have it like that, because even though I've got a good memory, I'm thinking, right, I've got to make a shirt. Oh no, where's me cotton maker? Where's that? Where's it got? Oh God, I've got to make a hot dog as well. Right, where's my hot dog machine? And you spend 2 days looking for it. Do you know what I mean? So I think, keeping them formal like that does look nice in a bay with some path in between. And then, like I said, 5 or 6 or 7 just dotted around your farm. Not too many, just enough. Hamster's hammering on the bars there. He's climbing up the bars. Oi, get down. Jumping up the bars. Right. Yeah, so it's entirely up to you. I mean, like I say, Phoebe said, you ought to do a design with some machines. But there's, again, like I said, individually, yes, you can do designs. But as a whole, I think if you're doing a lot of stacking and a lot of making, goods and that, keep them like that. Keep them, exactly where that they are. But tell you what I was looking at the other day. When you go into here, remember when I first started playing this game? See there, tuba, guitar, cello, saxophone, harp. I thought to myself the other day, what's that got to do with a farm? Why have they got those on a farm? You wouldn't walk down the road with your kids, walk down a country lane and look over the hedge and say, hey kids, look at that, in the middle of the field there's an electric guitar. Or there's a cello in the middle of a field, look. Oh look, the cows they're all looking at the saxophone. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why that is. But these people here, look, there, that buy stuff, look, every now and again you get an event where they buy the guitar and buy the cello and that, so you can get rid of them. I think Heyday they've looked at it and thought, not, because I don't really see many farms with a cello on and a guitar. I expect Heyday have looked at it and thought, no, there's not many of them about now. We give them an option to get rid of them. But where can you, there is a guitar on this. Where is it? On there. But that's quite nice. That's something you get outside of a barn and that, and just play the guitar. It's quite nice. But a cello and a saxophone, it's a bit, yeah, I know, you're agreeing, stamping your foot. Oh dear, you're not very happy. Look at them all up. They've all been fed. Them donkeys that you got to keep feeding them every 10 minutes or whatever it is. I've added a few of those trees there at the back of the tractor and the bales just to give it a little bit of height. But yeah, it's let's collect those two. Let's collect that, and that. So that's why you don't really see a lot of my machines moving and working, because it's usually straight after the as soon as I finish the derby, I stock back up, get all my barn back up to you know, to everything, and I know where I am. Because like I said, my farm, 90% of it is for show, you know, for you guys. You know, I'm a designer, and when I used to go designing gardens, and we used to landscape gardens, we used to have what we call a show house. So when you go onto the site and you have a look at the, you know, you go to the show house first. You've got all the houses on the site, but people go to the main show house first, and they have a look at the gardens that are all, you know, all planted out and all decorated and everything. And that's for show, to show you what the houses can look like if they're, you know, if they're all designed. So even though my farm is active and I do use it, you know, quite a lot of the time. There's some letters there. What are we on now? 20. Oh wow, 1. So yeah, my farm really, I'm decorating on the other farm on Scatterbrook too, but this one is almost complete apart from these areas here. So yeah, it's a complete farm. So it's just for you guys to look at and get any ideas from. So that's what I say about the machines, you know. If you want to be using the machines on a daily basis, and you know, you're loading them up and loading them, you know, I would suggest to keep them like that. Not too many, not all the machines. It looks really nice when you've got a few machines like that in a bay, and then the rest just dotted in specific areas. In areas that you'd think that they'd be in real life, you know, like the bakery there, right next to the mixers and the barn. Little garden there. Do you know what I mean? Just incorporate them where they would go. So that's it. Is there anything else I can go through? No, I think that's about it, really. The trees and all that are all done. Yeah. So, if there's any designs that you would like to see me do, put down in the comments on this video or any of the others. Put in the comments what design you would like to see, and I will go over for you and I'll do that design. If you're struggling with anything, just drop me a line in the comments and we can go from there. Doesn't matter what, you know, what design you want to see, I'll have a go at it. You know me. Pass these videos on to your friends that play in Heyday. Lots of people don't know about my my videos, because obviously if you type in Heyday YouTube, it comes up with all different Heyday things. But my videos are under Scatterbrook Farm, so it's like a separate thing. So if you can, get the link, share it with your friends, get them to subscribe so they know when all the videos are going out. They're all helpful videos. I'd like to thank you all for all your lovely comments. You always send some really nice comments onto all my videos, and I do appreciate it. So yeah, hit the subscribe, share the videos with your friends. It's not really a designing video that I've done today. It's just Phoebe sort of asked me, you know, perhaps I could do something with the machines, but there's not you can't really do a lot with the machines unless you put them into separate designs, and then if you do that with each one, you're going to run out of room. So I think the safest way and the easiest way, and you know where everything is, put them into groups. into a little bay and then spread a few around your farm. So I hope that was helpful for you all. Like I said, there was no designing done today. That'll be done in the next video. So until the next time, take care everybody, look after yourselves wherever you are, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheerio!